All right, guys. Getting that news last night that Akira Toriyama died at age 68. Mm-mm-mm. Man, this sits on my set every single day, guys, because, man, Dragon Ball. Seriously, Dragon Ball has been my foray into all of this, into geekdom and the movies, into comic books, into all of it, man. It all started for me with Dragon Ball, man. Like, I remember being a kid and just heading home, excited for Toonami later in the evening for that new episode of Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it was such a beautiful childhood watching Dragon Ball Z and reading the manga. And man, such a sad loss in the community today with Akira Toriyama, or I'm sorry, last night with Akira Toriyama. Man, oh man. I just wanted to record this video to say thank you, Akira Toriyama, for creating such a brilliant franchise that seriously inspired anime, modern anime, and honestly, just storytelling as a whole. You could see the influences in so many different franchises, man. I mean, Sonic is heavily inspired by Dragon Ball Z, as one could see. There are plenty of stories that are just so heavily inspired by Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and the storytelling model of the hero's journey and things like that. It's just, man, it's such a sad loss, man. It's so unfortunate to see that. I definitely did a little bit of crying last night. I won't front, y'all. It's really unfortunate to see the creator of Dragon Ball pass away, man. I just, man, what a tough loss in the community. I really just, I remember creating stories of Dragon Ball as a kid, and I remember when we actually had access to computers, like finally as elementary school kids, we would just Google all day long, like Super Saiyan 5 Goku and all these different Dragon Ball Z terms. And man, just thank you, Toriyama. Like, seriously, for all you've done for anime, for storytelling, for my life, for the life of so many other geeks and so many other people who enjoy anime, and not even just anime, comic books, movies, TV shows. There's so much that Dragon Ball inspired, man. I mean, man, it just feels so unbelievable for him to work on so many projects, so many Dragon Ball related content, and to get tons of movies and video games and four series, I mean 5 or 6 at this point series. And oh my gosh, dude, it's such a heavy loss, guys. I just want to talk about my favorite moment from Dragon Ball. The entire franchise was absolutely Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. That moment right there was such a cool moment for me. Made Gohan my favorite character of the franchise. Absolutely love it. I remember everything. The music that was going on, Cell crushing Android 16's head, Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 and just taking it out on those Cell Juniors. Man, oh man, what a incredible franchise, guys. It was part of the block in Toonami. It was like a kind of a semi late, not super late, but it was like 7 or 8. It would come on, and man, had that awesome Rock the Dragon, and then they had another rock theme song. And then eventually, once got to the Blu-rays and DVDs, I eventually was exposed to Head Shala, which is a great opening theme for anime. I mean, iconic opening theme as well. And then the opening theme for Super. And man, what a loss, guys. What a loss. I mean, Dragon Ball Z will forever be something that I cherish. I know I don't do a lot of Dragon Ball content on this channel. It just doesn't perform that well. Anime does not perform that well on this channel, but now I might, honestly. I love Dragon Ball. It's one of my favorite franchises, actually, and I love anime, so maybe now I'll start doing a little bit more Dragon Ball content. Who knows? But I know one thing's for sure. I had to get this out, guys, because it feels like losing a relative almost, and it's so unfortunate to see this news. 68 years old, man. 68 years old just seems so early. Seems like such an early time, but I mean, 68 is a good long years, good long life, and man, I'm hoping he rests peacefully in heaven. I know he's flying on a Nimbus somewhere, guys. And I know he's impacted millions and millions and millions of people across a generation, guys. I was lucky to attend SDCC 2022. And during that year, they had a premiere for Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And let me tell you guys, the turnout was incredible. The people loved it. Dragon Ball Super Superhero was awesome. We saw the first 20 minutes and it was phenomenal. Man, it's so sad, man. I mean, just such an unfortunate loss. And I know Naruto, Bleach, One Piece would not exist without it. And so without them, you don't really have My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer and JJK. And the big threes of the generations would not exist without Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball just directly inspires so much anime, so much media, and man, I'm so sad to see this happen, man. And now I almost, I don't know if this is asking too much from my part, but I almost feel like maybe Dragon Ball should come to an end, Super. But we'll see what happens with that. I know that's out of my control and out of my hands, and maybe the fans want differently, but I feel like maybe a good, nice ending for Super would be good. And man, this is just so unfortunate, man. But thank you, Akira Toriyama, for literally launching me into geekdom, literally getting me to where I am today. Like I said, this Goku sits on my set. I've got a couple of Gokus over there, guys. And oh man, I know I got some VHS tapes around here somewhere, but such a sad loss and such a brilliant moment in anime history to be able to witness Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and eventually GT and Super on a weekly basis, and just pulling up and being ready to watch Dragon Ball through all these different versions for so many years, guys. It was such a treasure to be able to witness such iconic media come out week to week. Such a treasure to have this for us geeks, for us fans, for us anime fans who love anime, to be there for this just dynasty of anime, man. Like, this was an era, an absolute era, an absolute beautiful moment in time. Thank you so much, Akira Toriyama, for everything you've done for us, for the fans, for the greater storytelling community. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, and may you rest in heaven. And dearest, deepest condolences to the Toriyama family. Sorry for your loss. This man was a legend. This man inspired a lot of us. Thank you so much, Toriyama-sama. Thank you. Thank you.